The movie begins with a woman whose name is Liza, arriving home where her son whose name is Jude plays a prank on her.
Gotcha.
Then, they got a video call from Sean, Liza's husband and Jude's father, who is working late again. Later that night, Liza investigates a noise in the house and is attacked by a burglar while Jude is left helpless. After a home invasion, mother and son, Liza and Jude are left traumatized, with Jude remaining silent. 5 months later, the family moves to the Heelshire estate. After checking out the house, the family goes for a walk outside near the woods. Jude wanders off and comes across the Brahms doll buried in the dirt. And then, they clean the doll up. Jude carries Brahms with him everywhere throughout the day. Jude's behavior gets worse around Brahms, with many weird things happening in its presence. She sneaks into her son's room at the middle of the night in order to find out about the Brahms doll itself by inspecting the serial number under Brahms's foot. Liza also finds a notepad with disturbing drawings of Brahms and what appear to be conversations between Jude and Brahms, indicating that Brahms wants to murder Sean and Liza. Later on, she entered the abandoned house. Suddenly, she saw the doll and surprised by the boy who was wearing a strange mask which turned out to be her son Jude.
I'm sorry I scared you. You were just playing, Mommy.
Suddenly, they heard the noise through the door from the other side of the room which it wants to break into the room. However, it turned out to be her husband who was looking for them. The family is visited by Sean's brother Liam and his family. The kids go outside to play, but will taunt Jude for having Brahms, as well as calling him mental and mocking the home invasion incident. Jude warns Will not to make Brahms angry. The two then have a tug of war over something Will takes, which leads to him stumbling backward and getting impaled through the shoulder by a sharp piece of wood lodged into the ground. He's rushed to the hospital, but it's implied Brahms had something to do with this. Later that night, Liza reads up more on Brahms, learning about the dark history of the real Brahms and the atrocities he committed. Meanwhile, Sean learns from another guy downtown about the mansion's history. Liza goes to look for Jude but finds Joseph entering with a shotgun. He tells Liza that he put Brahms back together because he called to him, and he knew that Jude would be an easy target for Brahms to get a hold of. Liza fights Joseph off and runs to find Jude, and finds Jude possessed and wearing the Brahms mask in the basement. Sean smashes Brahms's head with a mallet, revealing a demon inside. Joseph runs in and is mortified, even more so when the spot where Brahms's head once was is now replaced by a grotesque demonic creature. It creates a blast from the fireplace that kills Joseph. And Jude tosses the doll into the fire to destroy it. Later on, the family moves back to their old home, but Jude still keeps the Brahms mask and talks as though the doll is still there.